CDP data shows us that the ambition among companies to embrace the initiatives and the action that's needed is actually already quite high. So one analysis that we did resulted in our last transition plans report showed us that 77% of the FTSE Euro First 300 index is already putting a lot of actions in place and reporting on the majority of the data points that a true transition plan requires. And that tells us they have a really good plan of what they need to do in order to transition their company to a zero carbon and resource secure future. At the same time, a recent report that we did together with Oliver Wyman showed that only 1 out of 10 companies are allocating half of their capex towards sustainability initiatives that we require to see. And 1 out of 3 companies quote lacking of access to finance as a key challenge. And that obviously shows us a very, very large ambition to finance gap. So what CDP really aims to facilitate and what we need to see is for the companies, for the financial system, private funding and public funding to come together to ensure there is enough money and enough capital available to fund the initiatives that companies need to undertake. Now, the EU Green Deal will obviously encourage and require banks and the financial system to include sustainability information in their portfolio assessments and in their financing decisions. So by reporting through CDP and capturing the right indicators, companies bring themselves also in a better position to benefit from the financing mechanisms that the EU Green Deal will foster more when the regulation comes into place.
In principle, the Green Deal puts the banks as intermediaries between the regulation and the companies, basically ensuring that companies behave in a certain manner, a certain way. That obviously shows first point at the refinancing costs, as there's a then preference of the banks to rather finance the more sustainable companies instead of the others. So we'll then gain reduced financing and funding costs. It has been our wish, but also from the banks, that we come up with a kind of a solid structure of KPIs. And in this context, CDP provides a wide range of factors going into the evaluation and resulting in a consolidated rating. And that is highly appreciated by the banks. In summary, it shows all our stakeholders our ambition and our current path for future sustainability. Leads to new business as well as to reduced refinancing costs.
But in general, when you have a rating like that right now, it makes it then easier when you have their discussions with the banks, for example, to say, okay, we have there an external rating, we have there some measures behind there, everything is proved by our external company once per year. So if you don't want to do that right now, latest with the Green Deal from the European Union, it will be becoming more harder and harder to get there some additional investments, which you can use in there for your own businesses, and there are some other benefits which you can use if you go align with that.